Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 10 Race 3 from Spa-Francorchamps. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is the final race of the season and the final race on Project Cars 2 for a championship race. So this is going to be an epic race. You can see there it is already raining, so we've got rain back falling on the track here at Spa. So we'll have to see if the conditions stay the same or whether they change. We'll have to see how that goes. But on the grid for this one, it is Pash on pole position from the random grid. Pash takes pole position with Will in second place, hoping for a better result this time. We've got Woo Woo in third. He is also in a Bentley there. He's in a Bentley there in third place. Tim is fourth in the Mercedes, looking for some more good results to finish off the season. Then we've got Nifty Dart Ninja in fifth place. So Nifty Dart Ninja there in fifth. We'll see him as he comes through the spray in a moment. There he is, Nifty Dart Ninja in the SLS there. Good job from Nifty Dart Ninja in the previous races. Not too bad, not too shabby. Neil Farmack in sixth place. He is in the second Bentley. He is Woo Woo's teammate. Obviously remember Pash at the front in his Bentley. He is an independent in this one. Then we've got Twerdy in seventh place in the Audi. So the Audi in seventh place on the grid. We have got Scott in eighth place there in the Acura NSX. This one, 8th place for him. TY is in ninth place in the yellow or gold Ferrari. So there he is, yellow Ferrari in ninth place. And Bidster is at the back of the grid in his Acura NSX. There, we can't see him at the minute, but we'll see him come through shot in a moment. Just behind the yellow lights of TY is the white lights of the Acura. There he is, number 69 car in 10th place, last on the grid for this one. So Bidster's got some work to do, but he is already champion. So don't forget, so he is already champion, so he will just have a bit of a race for fun, see what he can do, see if he can help out his teammate Scott, because his teammate Scott is in the battle for 8th place at the moment, so we'll have to see if that goes well. But now they're just on the formation lap. Obviously rain's still pouring down here, so it is going to be quite a wet race. You can see the reflection of the headlights in the track below. So yes, this will be the final race on Project Cars 2. We are switching over to GT Sport for for another season on that. So we've already have Tuesday nights on GT Sport, and now Thursday nights, which is this one, Thursday evenings races, will no longer be on Project Cars 2. They will be on GT Sport, and then if something else suitable comes out in the future that's worth doing, we might swap to that, but so far it's going to be two GT Sport races a week, one on Tuesdays and one for Thursday lot. So good, should be good. It's been good with Project Cars 2. We have all enjoyed it. It's been some good times, some good racing on Project Cars 2, but it's time for a bit of a change now. I want to go on to something where we can actually race better, with better all-round feel for everyone. So we're just coming out of Blanchimont. The cars are still trying to get some last-minute heat into the tyres. You can't really get much heat in wet tyres, but you want to try and get a little bit in while the track's still wet. So we go down to the chicane. The Bentley at the front of Pash there will control the field, and there'll be a countdown in the ear of the drivers, and then we will get going for the final race of the season. So 9 laps here around Spa-Francorchamps. And this is going to get interesting. So the cars come out the corner, they go down the middle of the track in single file, and they'll get the go-ahead any moment now. And we're off! Race 3, and the last race of the season is go. Pash gets a decent start down towards turn 1, defends the inside. Will goes to the outside line. Everyone else in the middle looking for different ways through. Hopefully they all survive through the first corner. And I think we have done. We've survived through the first corner. Everyone else now ploughing down towards Eau Rouge. We've got Woo Woo moving up to second place. Will down to third. Tim right on his tail in the SLS. Up Eau Rouge we go. Up Eau Rouge. No, we've got Will going wide there over the top. And Woo Woo's lost it. In the Bentley, he's gone round on the grass on the outside. And luckily doesn't collect anyone. Very lucky not to collect anyone there. Twerdy's gone down to 9th place. Bidster and TY are on the move. 7th and 8th already. Up towards Lecombe we go at the top of the hill. Tim second now. Neil in, Nifty in third. And then everyone else, there we go, through the corner at Lecon. We can't really see anything. The cameras have decided to zoom in on Scott's car there as TY goes to the inside of Will. Will going absolutely backwards here in this one. And Bidster and Twirly now looking for a way through as well. Down to the next corner. We've got Will on the inside of TY, trying to defend the inside line, but TY in the Ferrari is going to try and go round the outside of him. Bidster trying to keep on the toes of everyone as well. TY trying to get alongside Will, but no, Will defends the inside. No way through for TY at the corner, but Twirly's now having a go at Bidster as well. Twirly and Bidster side by side. Further up front, it's still the same order. We've got Twirly and Bidster alongside each other. Twirly on the inside line, goes through in the Audi. The Acura back down to 9th place. Meanwhile, we've got Scott running wide in the Bentley. I think that was Scott. No, Scott, sorry, Neil Farmack, sorry, running wide in the Bentley. As we go down to the next corner, you can see there he's right on the back. Oh, Nifty Dark Ninjas. Both cars have a massive twitch as they come through the pith path. The entrance to the pith path quite slippery then. Got to watch out for where the puddles are going to be forming. There's Neil Farmack. Then we've got Will and TY and Twirly around the outside of TY, and then Will goes wide. Will goes wide, they both go through. TY is into 6th place, Twirly into 7th, Will down to 8th place now. Bidster's losing contact with these guys further back as they all come up the straight. Still got a few spots of rain on the camera lens, so it doesn't look like the rain's going anywhere soon, as Nifty Dark Ninja has a massive twitch in the SLS coming out of Blanchimont. That is not a place where you want to go sideways, especially in the wet, because it's going to be a lot harder to recover as everyone goes through turn 1 nicely there. Sorry, not turn 1, sorry, the chicane. Get my head screwed up. Here goes Scott catching up further back. There's TY in 6th place. Will now with Bidster behind him as well in the Acura. So over the start finish line after lap 1, it is Pash from Tim. Nifty in 3rd. Then we've got Neil Farmack in 4th place, trying to chase down a podium slot here. So Tim's moved up into second place. I think he's in 2nd place already, but TY very wide out of the first corner. The last horse hairpin, very wide there, as Will's had a bit of a coming together with the wall. Because the front end of that Porsche looking rather aerodynamically challenged. As we go up over the Eau Rouge, Bidster having a go at Will now. Bidster pulling up to the back of Will in the Porsche. As we look further ahead, all the leaders are still in the same order. Still nose to tail though, and Neil Farmack right on the back of Nifty Dark Ninja now, putting the pressure on the red SLS in front of him. Throughout of Lecombe down towards the Brussels hairpin. Further back, TY, Will and Bidster together. Will does have some kind of lights on it, just that there's that much damage on his car, it's not showing it visually, but Bidster down the inside then into the Brussels hairpin. Bidster on the inside, Will gives him space on the outside, and he's trying to go around the inside, he's trying to get the run out of the corner as well, and he does, and he goes into 7th place. Little flash of light saying thank you very much sir, and I will be on my way. And now Bidster chases down TY. Further up front, it is still the same order, with Pash leading the way from Tim in the SLS in 2nd. The other SLS of Nifty Dark Ninja in 3rd. Remember, they are both independents, they're not teammates. Then we've got Neil Farmack in 4th place, and Woo Woo is catching up in 9th place as Twirly's gone back down to 10th. Twirly's had a bit of an off somewhere, he's gone down to 10th place. Woo Woo is up to 9th, and he's trying to catch up the cars in front. First car being Will in the Porsche, and he's not far off Bidster actually either, so Woo Woo's getting some good pace on here. And I think it's stopped raining. I can't see any more rain on the camera lens, so we'll have to see how long before they actually start coming into the pits. There's still a lot of water on track, so they might not consider doing it just yet. We'll have to see how things go. Let's go on board with Neil Farmack and let's see if there's any spray on the windscreen. No, there's not. No more spray on the windscreen. So there's a little bit of spray coming up from the other cars, but not too much. So we'll have to see if that's going to cause a pit stop. Well, actually, you go from the inside view to the outside view, and I'll tell you something, it is wet. My God, it's wet. Usually it looks a lot more wet from the inside of the cockpit than it does from outside, but yeah, a bit strange that. But anyway, Will has got Woo Woo now right on his tail. Woo Woo in the Bentley, closing up to the back of Will in the Porsche. As you go over the line, the rather battered and aerodynamically challenged Porsche. Having said that, it doesn't look like he's actually got more downforce at the back of that car now with that wing, we know it is, but not ideal. As Bidster then is actually sticking close to the back of TY, so I wonder if they'll try and, I know they're not teammates, but they might be able to work together and try and catch up to the rest of the field. We'll see how things go later on into the race. Further up front, the gap is still the same between the top four. Neil Farmack's probably just lost touch with Nifty Dark Ninja a tiny bit, but apart from that, the gaps are remaining pretty much the same. Meanwhile, further back, TY, the yellow lights there, he's got a little white light coming out from behind him. It's Bidster trying to go around the outside of him, and TY defends the inside line. And into the corner, goes wide. Bidster will try and look for some kind of cutback, but he can't get one. The Ferrari's in the way. And Bidster holds on. Bidster still has to settle for 7th place. He can't quite get the 6th place just yet. Meanwhile, further back, Will and Woo Woo are having a nice battle as well. As Woo Woo goes down the inside. Woo down the inside in the Bentley, just trying to squeeze that big Bentley into that little gap, and he makes it stick. Good move there, but Will's trying to counter attack, but no, can't do anything about the Bentley, unfortunately, and has to settle for 9th place as Woo Woo moves up. TY is still ahead of Bidster. Further up front, the order still remains the same as Neil Farmack running wide there out of the double left-hander. Not good, because you don't want to run wide and lose pace, but having said that, Nifty Dark Ninja looks like he's losing the back of Tim. So, yeah, Nifty Dark Ninja's going back into the hands of Neil Farmack now, and Nifty has to defend the inside. The flames spitting out the side of the SLS, and out of the corner we go, out of the pith path, through the right-hander, down the back section of track, as Nifty's lost the back end and Neil hits him. Nowhere to go, and Nifty goes off track backwards into the gravel. I think he's in the gravel. It's the very dusty tarmac, but he's off. He's got to wait for everyone to go through now before he can safely rejoin. Will goes through, and now he's going to have to wait for Twerdy as well, and Nifty goes all the way to the back of the field. Just lost it himself out the corner. Neil Farmack had nowhere to go, and he rejoins back in 10th place. So that means Neil Farmack is now up to 3rd, and Tim now is right behind Pash. So Tim's right behind Pash, but again the track's drying out all the time. Will people pit, or will they try and stay out the whole race on the wet tyres? Because it depends how quick a dry line appears, because remember we are at night as well, so the track isn't as warm, so it will take longer for the water to clear than it will in the day, because with the day the temperature will help evaporate some of the water as well, but at night that's not going to be the same case, so we'll have to see what the strategy will be with that, as Tim takes a massive load of curb at Eau Rouge, and that loses him a tiny bit of time to Pash as well. Neil Farmack 3rd, Scotland now into 4th. Shows you that consistency pays off, and also he's starting to catch Neil in front of him. There he is, after having slowed down, hitting Nifty. Nifty's in the pits. He's spun out. He might as well take a gamble. He's in the pits. He looks like he might be going for dry tyres, so we'll have to keep an eye on him later on into the race. TY and Bidster still together now, 5th and 6th, thanks to the demise of Nifty. They've moved up a position, so now it is the battle for 5th place between the Ferrari and the Acura. As it's nice to see in the last race that we do on Project Cars in the Championship, nice to see TY and Bidster having a good old-fashioned ding-dong battle. And let's see who comes out on top. So far, the Ferrari is ahead of the Acura, so TY is leading Bidster. Further up front, Tim is still putting the pressure on the Bentley in front, but blood doesn't look like Pash is showing any signs of cracking anytime soon. Looks like he's keeping his head screwed on, and he's keeping it mistake-free. There's the flames from the back of the SLS there. As Woo Woo goes through, he's I don't know why it says he's first, because he's not. He's at near the back. As Nifty's only just come out the pits, so Nifty, long time in the pits there. Took a very long time actually, so he's lost a lot of time, but we'll see if he's any quicker on the dry tyres. And it looks like he's got some decent pace. It is, so we'll have to check how that goes later on in the race. The timing screen has gone a little bit funny here, guys. I do apologise for this, but hopefully it'll sort itself out soon. But I can tell you he's still passing the lead. It's because Nifty and Woo have gone back down the field, so it's just not registered it properly. So it's still the Bentley of Pash in the lead of the race, with Tim in 2nd place. Into the chicane. Any pit stops this time? No. Both cars are still going around. Both cars do not want to give up the place, because remember, if you do a pit stop, you've got to make sure that you've got the pace to catch up. So otherwise it's pointless just coming in. You might as well just go around on overheating wet tyres, but still got some damp on the ground still. You can see a dry line starting to form, but again, you don't want to do it too early. You don't want to risk losing the place, as Scott now approaching the back of the Bentley of Neil Farmack, still within a decent gap of him and getting closer, I dare say, every lap. There goes Will in 6th place in the Porsche, as TY is in the pits. TY's in the pits. Biz has gone round. TY's in. He's thinking, right, okay, let's just change the tyres. Let's see how we go. as we come into the pits. So he's up on the jacks, the tyres are getting changed. Twerdy is now up into 7th. As TY goes down to 8th. Woo Woo coming out the last corner. There's TY still in the pit lane. He's just coming out now. Woo Woo's coming down the straight, so TY will probably get out ahead, but we'll have to see. It might be close. We'll have to see how we go. To the first corner goes Woo Woo. TY still down the pit lane. And now he's at the exit. Where's Woo? There's Woo. As we go out of the pit lane, where's TY going to rejoin? There he is. There's the yellow headlights of TY and Woo Woo. He's going to come out side by side with him. Side by side down the hill, but the overspeed of the Bentley Mick gets him ahead into 8th place. As Nifty is in 9th place now, so they're actually a bit of a weird one that, but TY, I think TY's actually in 9th and Nifty's back in 10th. So, Twerdy's slowing down. Twerdy's slowing down. There's a problem for the Audi. Don't know quite what the problem is, but there's a problem for the Audi for definite, and something wrong with the Audi of Twerdy. So not sure what that is. We'll have to see what that is later on, but not good for him there. But Pash meanwhile still leads the way, as don't ignore the thing with TY in the lead again. We've had a little glitch with the timing screen top left. This is the other reason why we're going over to GT Sport, because it's less glitchy, so it helps everyone out. So it's still Pash in the lead of the race, with Tim in 2nd place in the SLS. Still, well, not much of a gap between them. It's a bit extended a little bit, so Tim must have made a tiny mistake somewhere. But it is now, what it was about a second gap, now it is 4.5 seconds, so a big difference there. So a mistake for Tim somewhere. Neil Farmack is 3rd. Scott still in 4th. We have Will in what would be 5th place, with Bidster in 6th. There's not much point in getting any replays at this point, because it's been quite a steady race so far, so if there's any replays we'll get them in at the end for you guys on this one, so we'll do that at the end. Meanwhile there is Woo Woo with TY behind him. They've just obviously Woo Woo pitted earlier on for dry tyres, and TY's on them now, so we'll see what the lap time difference is. As we go to the line then, we've got, Twerdy's retired from the race. Twerdy has retired from the race. So I think it's due to personal circumstances, he's had to retire the car. So unfortunately Twerdy not able to finish this last race on Project Cars. So sad end to his Project Cars career, but hopefully more luck next time on GT Sport. So there's Pash in the lead. There's Tim just coming out of the little ready-on corner further back, so they've got almost a full length of the straight between them now. For a 6-second gap for Pash, just needs to keep his head, and hopefully the race will be his. There is Will. He's not in 4th place, I don't think. I think he's should be further down than that. As Bids is in the pits now. Bids is in the pits, and yeah, Bids has left it a bit too late, I think. But I don't know if it's worth pitting with 2 laps left, but he's coming to the pits anyway. And TY and Woo are well and truly gone now. And there's Neil Farmack, so it looks like it was the best option to pit for dry tyres. So, because I don't think Neil's just been into the pits. I think he's been going round. But let's have a look. Neil's there and Woo Woo's there. So a bit of confusion in this one. Sorry guys, it's hard for one person to keep up with it all. But yeah, Neil Farmack then going back down to where his teammate is. So a lot of confusion. It doesn't help that the actual leaderboard is mucking up here, because that's not really helping us out a lot. So the game is getting well and truly confused here. So the only thing I can tell you guys is Pash is still in the lead from Tim in 2nd. We've got Scott in 3rd, and then for somehow we've got Will in 4th. So after all the damage on the car, it's because the other cars have pitted, I think, as well, which has sort of helped him out. So if he can keep going and get some points in, it'd be good for his own little championship. He's battling at the minute with Blake in 9th, of which Blake is not here. So unfortunately, so he only did a few in the season. So Will there in 4th place. Let's watch Pash into the chicane now. Will the leader pit this lap? Will he sack? No, he's not. He's going to keep going, and probably sensible by Pash, because he's seen how much time the others have lost doing the pit stops, and hopefully he can try and calculate it so he can stay in front. Will Tim pit this time? No, Tim's going to keep going round and not. He's just, the wet tyres are now overheating, and the front runners are having a few different problems. Let's see what the lap times are. 2:27.6 for Pash, 2:29.4 for Tim. And there goes Scott. He's going to cross the line now, and he does a 1:30.5. So he's losing a bit of ground to those in front. Will is, well, I think Will is, Will's now coming into the pits. What's the point with 2 laps left? But he must think, right, well, now's the time. So unless he needs to, but he's put on the pit limiter very, very, very early there. He could go a bit further up, I think, but No, it's alright, it's me. It's because it's dark. It doesn't help, Will, that you've not got any lights on because your car's a bit wrecked. But right, so this will now move Will down the field then. So I'll explain why Will got so far up because he never pitted. So Will now move down the order. And Bids has lost a lot of time. He's with Nifty Dart Ninja. So yeah, Bids has probably not done the best strategy in this race by pitting this late in the race. But we'll have to see how things go. But T White and the rest of them, and Neil and Woo Woo, looks like they've read it brilliantly because they're still where they are. Neil across the line at 2:30.2, so I think Neil's still on the wet tyres, and Woo Woo at 2:22.8. So the track now is at least a good 5 or 6 seconds faster per lap than it was before. TY with a 2:24, Will with obviously still in the pits, and Bidster coming across the line. That was a 2:38, but that was his outlap of the pits. Now it'll be his first sort of flyer. There's Will ahead of him, so he's now going to try and chase Will down. He's got Nifty Dart Ninja tagging along as well on a 2:36. So lots of change happening in this race. Obviously conditions drying up, making things a bit more difficult to predict. Especially for the drivers, not just us. Imagine how the drivers are going on. It's like, oh, what do I do? Do I pit? Do I whatever? Because remember, we don't have crew chiefs. With sim racing, it's all about thinking on your own feet as well. You've got to drive, you've got to think about the strategy, you've got to think about everything else. So it's literally sim racing is more or less a one-man band. So with yourself, so you've got to think your own strategy, braking points, all the stuff like that. It's all down to the driver. So they're going to go through out of late corners. Bitter and Nifty both take a lot of curb there, taking a lot of risk, trying to push as hard as they can to get the best result in this last race of the season here on Project Cars 2 at Spa-Francorchamps. It's been a very good championship this, the GT3 Sprint Series. We've had some good exciting racing, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well if you are enjoying the action by LPB Racing recently, and hopefully better things to come in the future on GT Sport. As meanwhile, Pash then onto his last lap of the race and the last lap of the season and of Project Cars 2 Championships, and he's looking like he's going to take a nice win here with a 10-second lead plus 2:27 again. So it looks like the Bentley is actually working quite decently on the wet tyres, still on the dry. So good job by Pash as he goes up Eau Rouge and out of Eau Rouge. Lovely lines there, nice and smooth racing from Pash. Tim in second place so far, with Scott looking like he's going to round off the season with a podium, which would be brilliant for him and a brilliant confidence booster going into GT Sport. Neil Farmack still holds on to fourth place here, still holding on to fourth, and he's battling with Pash in the championship. But if Pash finishes where he is, it will be a third in the championship for him, and Neil Farmack won't be able to catch him. Woo Woo. He's had a decent season, but he is battling his teammate, but there's no point battling him too much because Neil Farmack's quite ahead in the point score, and Nifty Dart Ninja's further down, so they might as well finish where they are, try and get some good team points and see how we can get some more team points in as well. So there's Will, there's TY coming up Eau Rouge as well. TY, good strategy choice from him. Will now is being caught by Bidster. Bidster just pitted a bit too late in the race, lost some more time on the wet tyres, going round a bit more. But I know that obviously Pash, Tim and Scott and Neil have had a bit more of a gap to sort of risk that strategy. But now for some reason Will's lights are working, so for some reason he's coming to the pits, and then they've thought, oh, we'll just change the bulbs while you're here, and we'll get some lights that work. Because Bidster's off! Massive off for Bidster at Eau Rouge. So not like Bidster at all. There must be an issue somewhere or something, but that is not like Bidster at all. He's spun round at Eau Rouge, and that is not good for Bidster's race at all. But he's still the champion, but not like the champion to do that on the last lap. But meanwhile, Pash, he's on his way round to the last chicane. He's not too far off. He's got to go through Blanchimont, and then that'll be it. Whereas Neil Farmack and Woo Woo, looks like the battle's on between the two Bentleys. Will they actually battle, or will they go to the line as is? I would imagine they'll go as is, because Neil Farmack's done a good job to keep hold of this fourth place. But then again, Woo Woo got took out at, well, not took out, but he had a mistake at first, and then he's ended up trying to fight back through the field. And now he's right on the back end of his teammate. But Pash comes out the last corner to take victory in the last race on Project Cars. Fantastic win for Pash. Well done as he weaves across the line. Fantastic win for Pash there. Big well done. And congratulations to him in the Bentley. Fantastic win. Tim is going to come across the line in second place, and he will take second place in the championship. Fantastic job by Tim there. Weaves across the line. He's done 2/3 of the championship, and he's already second place in it. Imagine if we kept going on Project Cars, how good he would be. Scott takes a well-deserved podium in third. Well done to Scott. Hard work pays off. Podium possession time for him. Neil Farmack is going to finish fourth, with Woo Woo in fifth place in the other Bentley. Good job by them, that team this season. Not too bad. A good job by them overall. for 4th and 5th. TY takes 6th place in the Ferrari. Decent finish for him. Will is going to hold on to 7th place here unless Nifty Ninja can nab him on the last chicane if there's a mistake. But Will's just got to keep his head through this chicane, nice and steady. No, don't do that, because she run wide and Nifty Ninja closes up and it makes things even more dramatic, which is good for us, but not for his heart rate as we go out the last chicane. And Will takes 7th place from Nifty Ninja in 8th. And Bidster, because of Twirly's retirement, on track will finish 9th and last on track. But really, it is Twirly that's last because obviously he retired from the race. So Bidster then crosses the line in 9th. So we will now go to the replays of the race, followed by the results and the championship standings. First of all, here is the replays of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking on board with Will. Watch Will Rouge's car ahead, GoPro Rouge. Will goes a bit wide himself, and Will just gets a little snap on, and then round goes the back of the guy, and again it goes round again. Luckily it spins on the grass and he keeps out of the way of most people, and rejoins at the back of the field. Here's a replay on the first lap of the race of something that happened between Twirly and Will going around Blanchimont together. Twirly loses the back of the car and Will has nowhere to go, and that's how he got the damage. And Twirly's literally going around donating, and Bidster just misses him and he backs into the wall. That's what caused Twirly to go down the field. Okay, now here's a replay of Nifty's spin on lap 4, or lap 3 actually, shall I say, as it was a formation lap. So watch Nifty, goes out the corner and into this next one, he goes to the inside, catches a puddle on the inside, round he goes, Neil almost goes with him, and then there's nowhere for Neil to go, and Neil hits the back of him, and Nifty is left there looking backwards and then waiting for a gap. You see there TY and Biggs to go through, and there's Woo Woo, there's Will, and they have to wait for Twirly, and then he can rejoin the race, but he's now all the way back down in last. And now here's a replay of something that happened to Bidster on lap 5 of the race, going up Eau Rouge. He looks okay, so he gets too much through the inside curb and bang into the wall. Absolutely spins himself round and then quickly gets recovered, and that's how he lost the time to TY and ended up back with the others, and there goes Will. Okay, here's a replay of something between Bidster and Nifty Ninja on lap 6 of the race. Watch this going into the right-hander. Nifty catches the puddles, and again Bidster has nowhere to go. Contact with Nifty's car, and then luckily they both get going and recover. But yeah, it was a bit of a weird situation. But Nifty then does let Bidster through in a bit of a sort of a same story statement. So now here's the replay on board with Bidster on lap 9 when he did his last one. And you see he just again catches the curb, round she goes into the wall. Massive incident at the top of Eau Rouge, but again he didn't learn, he used too much curb and went round. That was the replays of the second half, and now we're going to go to the results of the final race on Project Cars 2. So here we are then, it is Pash who takes the final victory of the season and on Project Cars 2, well done to Pash in the Bentley. Then it is Tim in second place in the Mercedes, good position for him. Scott gets on the podium in third, well deserved podium for him. Neil Farmack finishes in fourth position with Woo Woo just behind in fifth. TY finishes 6th in the gold Ferrari with Will in 7th. Nifty Ninja finishes in 8th with Bidster at the back in 9th as Twirly ends up retiring from the race with a few technical difficulties back there as well, so lucky for him. And now we move on to the overall point standings after the GT3 Sprint Series. Bidster is your champion on 489 points. We've got Tim who takes second place after only doing 8 rounds. Fantastic from Tim there on 434. Pash is third on 404. Neil on 395 in fourth. Will Will takes fifth on 363. 256 for Nifty Ninja ahead of TY on 239. Scott is 8th on 228 ahead of Blake on 212. Will finishes 10th on 190. Darren on 168. Bert 151. Twirly on 83. And then we've got Intrepid on 72, Growly on 62. The teams, Bid Wolf take that on 793, we're from Womack on 758, 572 for Dash in third with Wilney fourth on 427. We've got Growly Ninja on 357, and then we've got Bert D at the back on 338. So there is your winner of the race. It is Pash in the Bentley. Well done to Pash. Let's get a decent shot of the Bentley since it's the last one of the season. There we are. There's the Bentley of Pash. So good job by him, fantastic win. Bidster is your champion though. The champion of the GT3 Sprint Series is Bidster in the Acura there. You can just see the orange of the Acura there in that shot. But we'll just go back to Pash as our race winner of the last one. Fantastic win by him. Fantastic to have you all with us for Project Cars. Hope you've all enjoyed Project Cars. We'll probably come back to Project Cars maybe in the future to do the odd race or so. But the YouTube coverage will now be on GT Sport. So we will see you over there on GT Sport, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching Project Cars on LPB Racing. We hope you all enjoyed that championship, the GT3 Sprint Series. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So thank you all for watching again the Project Cars 2 races. We hope you all enjoyed them, and we'll see you on the other side on GT Sport. Take care, everyone.